Welcome to the channel, Jaden Chase. Now people remember to drop a like on the video and share the video. Now these are the top stories making headlines today. Now of course condolences to the family of Raheem Shah, who was fatally shot by his own father, Mr. Shah, when he was mistaken for an intruder early this morning in Elsha, Portmore St. Catherine. Now 15-year-old, a student of Wolmers Boys High School, prestigious high school in the Jamaican island. Now, I couldn't hear what I go on, they will continue the reasoning. Look at this.
About 3:30 in this morning, the father who was asleep said his wife woke him up, and he, indicated to him that there was an intruder in the house. Several shots were fired. After that, it later was borne out that it was his 15 years old son, a student of Wolmers High School. A very unfortunate incident. We have the investigators now on scene.
Now, we can only imagine how this feel as a parent. One, for lose your youth, still at high school. Then for know it was at your own hands. Mistaken identity. Very sad situation. Crime and violence reach a point on the island where homeowners with licensed firearms, when they hear any type of shuffling or feel like somebody intrude on them property, to what take place on the island, they would rather shoot and then call law enforcement and see what take place. In this situation though, this parent take the life of his own son. It also leave unanswered questions that really don't matter at this moment, seeing that Raheem is no longer alive. Where am I do out there in the early morning? Why the father never fire a warning shot before? Talk to me in the comment section. Now on to the other stories making headlines today. Now, definitely drop a like on the video for this. This is definitely good news for fans of incarcerated dancer, legend and superstar Vybz Kartel, as his attorney Isaac Buchanan has stated that his freedom might be sooner than even fans think, and that he's seeking to have the conviction overturned for all accused, not only Vybz Kartel, but for Sean Storm and his other co-accused, Madsus and Cairo. Attorneys have been awarded the privilege to submit new evidence to the UK Privy Council. Now, I can hear what I will continue the reasoning. Look and listen.
We are asking the Privy Council to throw out the conviction. The men, all five, would have been innocent. I'm declaring the innocence, but to add that several things went wrong in that trial.
Looking at the evidence, this case was about getting Vybz Kartel in prison and leaving him there. What was put before the jury was evidence that we do not know if it is authentic, but certainly what we do now know is that there was tampering of that cell phone. Our hope is that the Privy Council, in reviewing the evidence, including the fresh evidence that will be put before them, would come to the conclusion that everyone has looked at the case or is certainly have access to the material, would find that the conviction is unsafe and cannot stand. Looking for a complete overturn of the conviction and naturally for Mr. Palmer and his co-defendants to be free.
Now, this has definitely been long-awaited news for fans of the dancehall superstar. And of course, the fact that Sean Storm is only on discharge as well would mean that Vybz Kartel and Sean Storm would be released immediately. Now, as it pertains to Cairo and Madsus, they're actually serving other sentences for other convictions. So that situation would be a bit more technical, and we'll probably be updated more about that further on. But as it pertains to the trial, the initial trial that had all four convicted, attorneys are stating that they will be seeking to have that conviction overturned, meaning everybody accused would have their names cleared. And as stated, that means the Vybz Kartel and Sean Storm would be released immediately. Now, we have to say the entire industry. We can't say some part, a part over this, a part over the part. No, the entire industry is in a buzz after that Fox 5 interview with Vybz Kartel's new fiance. Now, Vybz Kartel also being a musical genius, has also released an EP showcasing his love and appreciation, or appreciation rather, for his new fiancée. Now, as it pertains to the trial itself, people are stating that they have seen trials on the books now, such as that of the Dana Lee Donaldson and the Noel Maitland case, where they are stating that law enforcement has stated that they have forensic evidence and other types of evidence, but nobody. But keep in mind, forensic evidence, that would mean DNA, things that are irrefutable in court. But still, some have stated that the justice system is finding it hard to prosecute the main suspect in the case. While in Vybz Kartel's case, there was never any forensic evidence, never anything to support the claims being made by the prosecutors. So much so that his attorneys have pointed out that they had to falsify evidence, create text messages, and these were the same messages that were used to convict the dancehall superstar. When we look at the evidence used against Sean Stamp, to be specific, they stated that the role Sean Stamp played was that he went to meet these individuals and traveled with them to a particular location. Now, them said them have the time and everything because he traveled with two other individuals, one of whom was the state witness. Now, after cross-referencing the time, Sean Stamp's phone was pinging off of a cell tower in his hometown community. And he was with his cellular phone, based on the evidence from the prosecutors themselves. So if the phone is pinging off a cell tower, which is close to his hometown community, all the way in a different parish, how is it that he's also in the other parish? Impossible. These pieces of evidence are the same pieces of evidence that will be presented to the Privy Council. The evidence points to the fact that Sean Stamp was never at the location stated by the witness, or alleged crown witness. Now, when law enforcement, on the word of said witness, went to the location that he said Sean Stamp took them to, and where the situation or events took place, there was never, I'm going to repeat this, never any forensic evidence found to support these claims. There wasn't even any evidence found to say that them clean up the spot. The bleach never used for wipe off the place or wipe out the place, or there was nothing like that. There was never any evidence found to suggest an incident took place or the cleanup or cover up of an incident. No forensic evidence, which is why prosecutors heavily relied on the text messages. Now, if you don't have forensic evidence, you don't have nobody. And when the experts from the UK looked on the evidence with them used, which was the text messages, they found that these messages were recreated, pieced together, different conversations, not pertaining to the same subject matter. Then the evidence was tampered with. Then the only piece of evidence what them have was one, tampered with, and also falsely created. Prosecutors, in truth, really had no case against Vybz Kartel. And is why attorneys are seeking to have the conviction itself overturned. And we're going to tell them the truth. If this case had took place in a first world country, any first world country you want to name it, UK, Canada, America, any country of Europe, Vybz Kartel would have been freed. Nobody, no forensic evidence, shaky text messages, the only thing for rely upon. The witness get two different statements, or maybe more than that. Prosecutors really had no case. Talk to me in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you. Until the reason again, live, love, and prosper. And of course, stay tuned.